Good morning, dazzling diamonds. Happy Wednesday. It is what I call RPS 1. It is the first day of campaign 15. I don't have the book with me to show you because we're in my bedroom right now and I'm getting ready to put on my makeup. And campaign 15, all the makeup's on sale. Like some of it is like 60% off. So some of y'all don't wear makeup and that's totally fine, but you better be using your skincare. I'm just saying. You want to know what you're talking about when you're talking with your clients when they ask you about the makeup. So, good morning. So, I thought, what better way to talk about the makeup than to invite you to, hey Amanda, than to join me while I'm getting ready for the day. So, I just got to put on my bangles here. So, let's see. All right, so I got this back in the day when Avon had President's Club points. I got this Coach bangle, and it's gold. And then, hey Katie, and then this bangle's from my wedding, and I finally lost enough weight that I could wear it again. Woohoo! And I actually got this Tiffany bracelet from President's Club points back in the day. So those are my staples for my jewelry. But I have on the new Avon dress. This is a size small. And let me see if I can move my chair. So the size small comes right to my knees. So if I got a medium, it would be a little longer, but then the armholes would be too long. So I could wear a medium, but oh, and then I know everybody loves this. They have pockets. So that's a nice thing. So it's going to be 100 degrees today, so I will be inside with the air conditioner. So what better time to wear our new dress, right? So, and then I got the new necklace, and our bonus spin to win, for those who, the bonus spin, you know, every campaign we have a spin to win. And if you sell $200 or more, you're in the spin to win. And how long should I have this necklace be? We'll go with that long, I think. And I like when they have these like built-in extenders, so you can make it however long you want. But so if you got $200 in sales, you're in the spin to win. But if you have $350 or more, you're get entered into the second spin to win. And so the second spin to win person is going to get this whole set: these earrings, this necklace, and the purse charm that goes with it. Now look how long these are, but they're not heavy. They're about the size, about the weight of a paper clip. So, but I think I'm going to put them on after I put my makeup on. So, alrighty. So let me get a drink of water here, because it's so hot already. I hate hot weather. Alright, so I hope the lighting's okay. Alright, so the first thing I do when I put on my makeup, now this isn't an actual makeup item, but it helps. It's the, let me get my glasses on so I can, oh, and this, I have to set my hair, so that's what this is. My mom used big pink fluffy rollers. I use a hair clip. So, alright, so this is the new Clinical Instant Fix Plumping Serum. Now what this does is, you see I have these expression lines up here. If you can't see them, that's great. But I can see them. But my, makeup, my product tends to settle in there. So you want to put this on first. Now, I've already put all my skin cream on, including my new Ultimate SPF 25. And so I'm putting this on top of that. And what it does is it kind of fills in the wrinkles so that your product doesn't settle in them, which like enhances the look of the wrinkles. So that's the first product you'd want to recommend to your products if they have wrinkle lines, okay? All right, so the next thing I'm going to put on, is the light behind me too distracting? If I turn off the light behind me, is that better? I think it is. Yeah, no, it's washed out. Okay. So, all right. I can still see me, so I can see what I'm doing. All right. So after I have that on, I discovered this product. The customer returned it, and so I'm using it because it's my color, and I like it. So it's the Match Tint Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. So I've been using this. In the past, I've also used the FMG Cashmere Foundation. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. And this feels a little heavier on me, and it definitely settles into my, oh, look, they're not as pronounced as they were a moment ago. Look at that. It worked. All right. So, so I might use this like when I'm going out at night, or if I just want, not like a heavy look, but a real set look. Then I would use this. But then also, before I was using this, I was using the Tear foundation. Now I love the Tear foundation. It's a sponge applicator, and so you dab, and then you put it on as you go. And I actually use this as a concealer. You're not supposed to. Well, that's not its intended purpose, but I do. So, but before the foundation is the primer. So I did this as the first primer for my wrinkles, the Anew Clinical Instant Fix. And then, where's my other primer? Here it is. Okay. So we have this primer, the Cashmere Foundation. I was just talking about the Cashmere Foundation. So this is the Cashmere Foundation primer. Okay, this is the primer. So this is a brand new bottle, so I have to prime to pump. So it's a little, see, like that. There we go. So what primer does is, especially in humid weather like it is today, primer helps your makeup to stay on you better. So if you're in hot, humid areas and your makeup tends to melt, then you definitely want to use a primer. Now, primer doesn't necessarily have to go over your entire face. They actually recommend that you don't do it. You just put it where you really need it. Now, if you need it everywhere, that's fine. But we have another primer, and this one's thicker. So think of the people that like the full face makeup, or maybe they're going to go out clubbing and they don't want their makeup to melt. This is different. It's really thick. So, I mean, it looks runny, but someone actually did a post. She put this on, and it, let's see, where should I put it? Well, she put it on her forehead. And it's much thicker and goopier. It doesn't blend as well as this one, but she went like this, and it stayed. Let me see if it does with an eyeliner. Anyways, maybe I don't have enough on, but it held the product when she put it on. There you go. See, it stayed. Isn't that some scary stuff? So if it can hold the tube on your face, it can definitely hold your foundation. So these are the 3 primers to choose from. These go on underneath your foundation. This is to fill in the wrinkles. This is a lightweight primer, and it can go all over very easily. And this is your heavy duty primer, like your makeup ain't moving when you use this one. Okay, so there's your 3 primers that you can recommend to your customers. You'll want to ask your customers how much makeup they wear. Is it hot? Is it humid? Do they tend to sweat? Do they have oily skin? How much primer strength do they need? Okay, so that's going to be your first question. Now, I typically don't wear primer at home. If I'm going out, I will, but at home I don't. So I put this on, and I'm not one of those fancy 25-year-old YouTubers, right? I don't put on my makeup. I put it on like a Gen Xer. All right, so there you go. So there's that. So don't tell Janine whatever I'm doing this, okay? All right, so I just smear it on everywhere. And I like that it's lightweight and it goes everywhere so easily. Oh, do you guys like my nails? I get my nails done to match the book. So they say Go, because the Go lip gloss is on the cover. So I didn't quite get enough on. I probably did, but I'm always guilty about putting too much on. So, but I use this as my concealer and my eyeshadow primer. Oh, look, wait, we have 2 other primers. But wait, there's more. So that's why I have to talk about these while I'm putting it on. So, I just turned 58 in July, and menopause is changing my skin and changes the way I do my makeup. So I've been experimenting with different things to see how they work. So I talked about the 3 primers. You got the fill in the cracks, you have your lightweight, and you have your heavy duty. But there is also, let's see. Okay, so this is the, I've worn off the ink. This is the eyeshadow primer. Spam call, let me decline that. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow primer. So this one, now I already put on my stuff, so I can't put it on. But, oh, is that the eyeshadow primer? Really? And this is the under eye one? Okay, it is. Yeah, so this is the eyeshadow primer. So you can't even see it, but it helps to hold the eyeshadow on. Again, if you're in a humid place or oily skin, this helps to keep your eyeshadow from creasing. So that's your eyeshadow primer. Then we have the under eye primer. So that's for under here. So that helps to keep, and I do use this when I'm going out, but for my everyday, I get kind of lazy because I work from home. So I don't have to get completely dollied up all the time. But this is the under eyeshadow primer. I really do like this product. It has a, under eye. So this goes under the concealer, and it helps to keep the product from settling in the creases. And you can even wear this alone. It has a really nice sheen to it, so it deflects the light. So if your customers have bags or dark circles under their eye, you could recommend this, and it helps, like I said, to deflect the light. Let's see, I think we have another primer. Wait, no, wait, we do have another primer. This is eyeshadow mascara primer. So you can put this on your lashes before you put on your mascara. It helps your mascara to hold on better, and it has peptides in it. And so I don't actually use this on my lashes. I use it on my eyebrows. I'm going out of order, but since we're talking about primers, I just want to show you. So because of menopause, my eyebrows are thinning, so I'm hoping that the peptides in this will help my eyebrows to stop thinning. All right, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 primers. So I'm sure there's a primer for your customers. So when I started Avon, the internet wasn't invented yet. And so I learned about my products by reading the brochure. So you can do that. You can also go online and read the product descriptions. When you click on every product, it tells you all about them. And if you go to, I believe it's, Amanda, if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. You could go to Discover and you go to the Beauty Resource Center, and you can print up, or if you're on your phone, take screenshots. You can download the PDF and have a reference right there on your phone. And they have snapshots of all the different products. Okay, so I talked a bit. So my foundation, this stuff that I cheated and used on my eyelids, is dry a little bit. But let me get my eyeshadow. So we have lots of eyeshadows. Let's see, and they're all on sale. So we got this color. It's got, you can tell what my favorite one is, right? So this one is called, I guess I just better keep my glasses on because I can't read without them. Let's see, this one is called Bombshell. And this is a really nice rosy mauve. And I like this one. And then this one is called Idol, I-D-O-L, I-D-O-L. It's your browns, and it's got the shimmers in it. You can see my little Go blushes I'm using to hold up my phone. All right, this one is called Tigress. So this one has the oranges in them. This one is called Icon, I-C-O-N. So it has the browns and the oranges and yellows. It's really pretty. And then this one is called Siren. This one's a little dark on me, so you know I don't use it a lot. But when I want a dramatic look, that's what I use that one. And then this one is called Calypso, and that's with the blues. Very pretty. This one is so pretty, especially if you use that one as an eyeliner. So pretty. So I'm not wearing Calypso today. I'm not going to wear Siren. I think I'm going to go with the neutral browns, the Idol one. Now, they do come with those silly little sponge applicators. For those, I'm listening to the Fresh Country station. All right, so we have our eyeshadow brushes. Let's see. Yeah, I have lots of brushes, but these are our Avon ones. So, oh, and we had this from the Creme Shop for a while ago. I like that one. So these are great for traveling. I would really recommend that you recommend to your clients to get these for traveling. They don't break. They're sturdy. I like that they're double-ended. So, oh, thank you for the hearts. They're double-ended, so you don't have to pack as many brushes. So I love that part. So now I do have other brushes because I am a makeup junkie. So I have one brush that is specifically for the lighter colors, so I don't accidentally put on a darker color when I really want on a lighter color. Oh, and the thing about the makeup brushes is we have, if you're selling the makeup brushes to your customers, we have this one. It's called, can you tell that I have all these products? I use them all. So when I recommend them to my customers, it's like I'm not just selling them something just to sell them something. But that's why I'm so glad we get a discount on our products so I can afford my habit. So this is a Express Makeup Brush Wash. And don't confuse it with the setting spray, okay? The setting spray is a bigger bottle, and the brush one is a smaller one. So I keep them in different areas on my makeup cleaner, so I don't put this on my face. So I'll show you this one. I use the darker color. Okay, so I like to put the lightest color right on my lid because I like to have a good backdrop for my mascara. So I have naturally long lashes, and so I really like to show them off, and I like to have the light color behind them. Sometimes I can put on so much mascara that I can get my eyelashes to hit my sunglasses. All right, so that's the lighter color. Now, and this is the one that I use next. So I'll get a tissue, clean white tissue. I'm going to take the Express Makeup Brush Wash. I'm going to put a few spritz on the paper, on the Kleenex, right? And then you see all that color coming off? So that can contaminate the look I'm looking for today. Because what if I'm not using this color, but it's in the brush? Because this doesn't always get all the color off, as you can see. So I do like to give my brushes a good wash every, probably not as much as I should, about once a month, every 8 weeks, I think. And I just use shampoo to wash my brushes because they're natural hair. They're not plastic. Look at all the product coming out of this one. So, and it dries quickly, so I don't have to wait for my brushes to dry. I can use them right now. So look at that. So this is a great little add-on sale for your customers. So if they're buying the makeup and they're buying the brushes, recommend the brush cleaner so they don't, cross-contaminate the colors. So, all right, so we'll put that there. So the next thing I like to do, I have what they call hooded almond eyes. And I like to work on my crease. If you're not sure what kind of eyeshadow look will look best on you or for your clients, just go on Pinterest and look at what color eye shape we have, what they have, okay? So I like to use the next lighter color as a base, and I use the fluffy part of the brush for that. Notice I'm not saying brush number, blah, blah. I can't be bothered with all of that. So, and then I do like the windshield wiper thing. And what I like about our eyeshadows is that they're buildable. Ooh, I have not eaten yet, and ooh, my stomach is growling. All right. And then if your customers aren't sure what color they should use, I love our Try It On makeup tool. If you're a Gen Xer and you remember the Barbie head, we grew up so poor, I never got to have the Barbie head. I really wanted that Barbie head. Hi, Ashley, good morning. And I never got to have it. Anyways, so our Try It On tool is amazing. So when you go on to avon.com and you click on digital brochure and you scroll down underneath the digital brochure, you'll see your link. Copy and paste that into your text messages, to your emails, and to, make it a part of your signature on your email, right? I'm going to do that. Ooh, and a skincare analyzer. Hey, Sarah, good morning. Did I say good morning to you already, Sarah? I'm sorry. See, I got hungry. Now I'm not thinking. So, the Try It On tool, the customers will hold the phone like a selfie, and they'll go to your digital brochure. They'll go to the makeup and they'll tap on the camera, and they can build a whole face like I am right now digitally. They can choose their foundation, their concealer, their mascara, their eyeliner, their eyebrow liner, their blush, their contour, their lipstick, the whole lip liner. They can put all of them on at one time. They don't have to just put on one or two and exit out and add two more. They can see what the entire face will look like. And it makes a shopping list for them. So if they can't afford everything at one time, you can, like, don't worry, this is on sale now. Next campaign, get this one. It'll be on sale now. But like I said, all the makeup is on sale this campaign, 60% off. So good deal. So then I like to put the dark color in my crease, because I like to make my eyes look a little deeper. So I'm using the denser brush. This is fluffy, so it gives me that wide brush strokes, but now I want my eyeshadow to be more concentrated, so I'm going to use the denser brush. And I'm just going to put it right in the crease. And then feather it out a little bit. Blending is always key. You don't want to look like you put your makeup on with a Sharpie, right? So unless you're going for the look, there shouldn't be any obvious lines, right? A little more. So I started wearing makeup when I was 14, and I had someone comment, one of my sister-in-law commented, that she said, I don't need to wear makeup. Well, you know what? I don't need to wear makeup either. I like to wear makeup. There's a difference, okay? To me, I love matchy-matchy. I love having my eyeshadow match my outfit. And yes, my underwear matches my outfit too. I'm just saying, I love to be matchy-matchy. And so to me, makeup is an extension of my outfit. It's not a mask I'm wearing to change, to give off an appearance of like I'm somebody else other than me, because there ain't no hiding that. But I just like makeup. I think it's fun. It's just nice to have color. I know, but some people look really good with just mascara and lip gloss. Like some people just have that nice face that doesn't. See, I said need, but like sometimes I would do makeovers on people, and I'm like, you know what? They just look better with like maybe a little bit of darker eyebrow and some mascara and some lip gloss, and they're good, and maybe some highlighter. I don't know. Some people just. I had a coworker who actually did not look good with makeup. So, all right, now I'm going to use the one product in my whole arsenal that's not Avon. And the reason why it's not Avon is because we don't sell it. So I love to have a white highlighter under my brow. And we have the diamond eyeliner, but it's too glittery. I don't want the glitter. So I'm using just a plain white pencil to put under my brows. Because the white eyeshadows that are in the compacts have shimmer, and I don't want shimmer. There is this thing, I don't know if it's true, it says that women over 40 shouldn't wear shimmer. But sometimes, you know, I already have shimmer. Sometimes there's just too much shimmer. So see, I kind of look like a clown. But then I blend it with my finger. And it just gives that nice, natural look. All right. So, but for your customers, you know, you could recommend the diamond eyeliner, or they could just use the lighter color in the palette. So, I mean, so this isn't an Avon brush. It's from years ago. But it's got a nice flat edge. And so sometimes I like to go in there and, you know, soften up the pencil line because I don't want any pencil marks. And then so I'll put the lighter color in here. Especially like if customers have close set eyes, you put lighter color here to open up the eyes a bit. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow, and then the next thing is eyebrows. Now we have several eyebrow pencils over the years. Let's see. My favorite one that I use all the time is this the one? Is the Glimmer Stick. I love the Glimmer Stick brow pencils and the eyeliners and the lip pencils. I use them all. I once thought, oh, you know what? I've been doing Avon 35 years. So when I was in my 20th year, you know, I was like, I want to try something different. So I went to Macy's and I went to MAC and spent $18 on a liner. And don't you know the lead fell out like the second day I was using it? I'm like, ah. Anyways. So we have the Glimmer Stick, and it's like a crayon and it twists up. Now, yes, you have more packaging than you have product. The lead is only about that long. And that's why when they're on sale for $2.99 is when customers love to stock up. But now we have these new liners, and I've been using these where you can sharpen them. So, yeah, so it's a little dusty from my drawer. So this one, you get its product all the way to the end. So if your customers are looking for a bargain, this may be the better bet for them. But I still like the Glimmer Sticks because I get a discount on the $2.99. So anyways, so, but it's just I like the crayon. It's a soft product. It glides on really easily. Now, I know that a lot of customers tend to pick the wrong color eyebrow pencil, and they say that if you make your eyebrows too dark, that's what it ages you. So you'll want to use the encourage your customers to use that try it on tool so that they can pick the right color eyebrow pencil. Okay. So I've tried to stop plucking my brows because, like I said, in menopause, they're getting thinner. So I need every little last hair I can get. So I just try to clean up the stragglers. This one, okay, let me show you a new one. Where'd it go? I had one. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is the eyebrow gel, and so this is what it looks like when it's clean, when it's brand new. So we do have one that has color, but I get the clear one. But because I put it on after I put on my Glimmer Sticks, and I don't wipe off the wand before I put it back in there, it ends up colored. So anyways, but I like the eyebrow pencil, gel thing here. Not that my lashes move that much, but it keeps the color in place. Especially like if you accidentally, you're doing this or something, your eyebrows are going to stay there. And especially during the summer, if your clients are going to the beach or if they're going to be poolside, this helps to keep the color on their brows. Okay, so that's a really good add-on product. So if they're buying the eyebrow pencil, make sure they get this one too. Okay. All right, what's next? My favorite mascara. All right, so Avon recently isn't carrying my favorite mascara that I have a love-hate relationship with. Excuse my allergies, I'm sorry. I don't like the wand of this. I think it's really weird, but I love the formula of it. So this is my last one. It's the FMG Cashmere. And in case you don't know, FMG stands for Fashion Makeup Glam. Fashion Makeup Glam. That's what FMG stands for. So convention is going to be next month in the last week of August. And I've been told by, why do I keep forgetting her name? It starts with E. It's not Eileen. Maybe, is it Erin? Oh my goodness. I sat next to her one night for dinner, and I just can't remember her name. It's so embarrassing. Anyways, I asked her if we're going to have new makeup being launched in convention. She goes, oh, you're going to be very delighted. So I'm like, okay. So I'm not complaining that this is my last tube of FMG Cashmere, because I know they're going to come out with a new mascara that I'm just going to absolutely love. So I have no doubt Avon does that all the time. So like I said, if your customers have thin brows, they can put this primer on before they put their mascara on, okay? So once I counted, and I put on like 80 strokes of mascara on one eye. Yes, I did. Did I mention I'm a makeup junkie and a skincare junkie? That's why I can never quit Avon, because I can't afford my habit. And I like to go on both sides of my lashes. So what I did was I went right this, and I just let it sit there for a second, so it can transfer the product, because it gives me a fuller look. And I use that primer, and I let it dry before I put my mascara on, and it's making my eyelashes not fan out the way I like. So have your customers put this on and then immediately put on their mascara, okay? Don't let them let it dry, because it's hard to work with. So, if your customers are contact lens wearers, you're going to want to read the product descriptions, because I don't know of any of our mascaras that flake, but I know that's a concern for contact wearers. So, so you want to like research your product. So even if you already know it doesn't flake, you can read it and say, nope, see, it doesn't flake, right? And so you can sell it with confidence and alleviate their fears, because I don't have contacts, but I hear it's very painful when you get stuff underneath your lenses. So I don't put mascara on my bottom lashes because I have oily skin, and I do rub my eyes during the day. The closer we get to 3 o'clock, it's just like, so okay, I think that's enough. All right, so the next one is eyeliner, and we, just like the eyebrow ones, we have the eyeliners that you can sharpen, and then we have the glimmer stick ones, and I don't have it right now. I sold it actually. We have the new black one that has like a wet felt tip marker, so for those who want the cat eye we have that product now, and it's a very nice product. But like I said, I sold it already, and I think it's on sale for like $10, so that's really good. So my Glimmer Stick eyeliner, and so our Glimmer Stick eyeliners come in a regular formula, a waterproof formula, and a diamond formula. The diamond ones have glitter. Now those I definitely would not recommend to people with contact lenses because they have actual flecks of glitter in them. So no diamond eyeliners for contact wearers, okay? I do like this waterproof one, and the regular one's good. I like the different colors. But like I said, I have oily skin, and so it tends to move on me. Yeah. So I'm not putting it on the pink part. Hi, Amy. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm not putting my eyeliner on the pink part of my eye. I'm putting it right under my lashes. And I'm going back and forth. And what I like about the Glimmer Stick eyeliner is the crayon formula. It's so soft. It just glides on. It's not tugging and pulling on my skin. I can't believe, me being a Gen Xer. I remember in middle school. So I was about, 11, 12, 13 years old in middle school. And people would get their, I still have one. It was my mom's. Their red Max Factor eyeliner, Maybelline, right, with a lighter and burn it, and while it was hot and waxy and drippy, we'd put it on our eyes. That stuff was never coming off. Yes, let's burn let's set on fire our eyeliner and then touch it to our eye. That's why Gen X's are so tough. Just saying. All right. And my eyes are always bloodshot because of my allergies. And I had eye drops that I used. And then, always got the red out and kept it out. But then I found out that you can't use it more than once or twice a week because it causes light sensitivity. I'm like, what? So now I have to choose the days that I don't want bloodshot eyes. All right, so I'm going back into my Idol eyeshadow. And now I'm going to take this darker color, the darkest brown. It's a matte. And then I'm going to take this flat brush that we have from Avon. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you how much product is on here. So I'm going to use the brush cleaner again. I'm going to give my tissue a little spritz. And then... Yep, so much product coming off. And not only will the colors, cross-contaminate and mess the look up that you're going for, it can also harbor bacteria. So you want your customers to keep their brushes clean, especially around their eyes, okay? All right, so now I like to take the darkest brown, and I like to put it on over my eyeliner to kind of like set my eyeliner because I have oily skin, and my eyeliner tends to move, even though it's waterproof. But I don't like liquid eyeliner. I don't know. It's not like my eyes can smell. But there's something about the chemicals in the liquid eyeliner makes my eyes sensitive. I don't know what that is. And I'm just going to go in with a Q-tip and clean it up a little bit. All right. And then you can go in with a Q-tip. Sometimes, I put on so much mascara that I get mascara up there. All right. Now, I'm going to scare y'all. I'm going to put on my blush now. And when I put it on, it looks like war paint. But there's a method to my madness. Now, we have so many blushes, and I love them all. Which one should I demonstrate? Okay. So, we have these. Let me open the colors. Let me see. You know what? I'll go from smallest to biggest. That's what I'll do. All right. So this is Go by Glimmer. See, it matches my nails. Isn't that so cute? Okay. This one is called Jam, Jam. I'll put it on my hand so you can see. So this one, these little jewels, they double as blush as well as eyeshadow, okay? So this is Jam. And you would think that, you know, me being as fair skinned as I am might be too dark for me, but this is what I love about these products is they blend. So let's see. So you go like this. And I was like, okay, that's just too dark, right? But I can just keep going until it's like the right intensity that I want. Isn't that pretty? And it really gives a nice, healthy glow. Such a pretty product. Pretty, 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 pretty. So sometimes I use the Jam for like the contour. This one is called Blushed. B-L-U-S-H-E-D. Blushed. And so this is a little more pinky. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now, if I was going to use these as an eyeshadow, I would just like go like that and dot them up there. And then this one is called Peony. Now, do you think that one's my favorite? Yes, it is. I love this color. It is so pretty. It has such the natural look. So it's more like, so this is like a berry, and this is a pink, and this is more like a neutral. It's so pretty. And this one looks really nice as an eyeshadow also. Next we have also Go by Glimmer. These little jewels. So, aren't they pretty? I love the packaging. It looks like they're in ice cubes. So pretty. And these also double as blush and eyeshadow. And again, like, you know, here's the Jam color, and this one is Merlot. So I would use this one, you know, I use it down here. And again, these are buildable. So there's a lot of pigments in these blushes. So when you put them on, you're like, ah, my goodness, you know, I put on too much. Just keep blending. It'll be okay. So this one is called Merlot. And then this one is called Melon. And again, the Try It On tool can help your customers pick the best color that's for them, okay? This one is Spicy. So if your customers are a little bit on a budget, or, you know, they don't need all this eye makeup stuff, recommend these. These are, like I said, they're blush and eyeshadow. This one is called Feminine. That's just a really sweet, like, translucent pink. Now, let's not let my phone fall down. This one is called Botanical Gardens. This is very popular. This one is always selling out. If you can't get this online, call Studio 1886. It's our store in Los Angeles. And if you don't have their phone number, just go to Google Maps and do Studio 1886, and you can call them and email them your order, and they'll ship it to you anywhere in the continent US. And this one is called Shady. So more of a brown. So pretty. Such pretty products. Now, but wait, there's more. And I'm going to put those away. We just got these. This is the one I'm probably going to put on so I can scare you, so you can see how much I put on. This one is called Georgia Peach. So what's the difference? I think it's the price point. These might be a little more pricier, but there's a lot of product in here. It's a quality product, and it's just gorgeous packaging. So this may be more economical. FMG Cashmere. Let's see. So this one is called Georgia Peach, and this one is so worn. Let's see. What was this color? I totally cannot see that. It's pink. Pink something. So So yes, these colors are also, colors similar to these are available in the Go by Glimmer. So let's see, but there's also, I think we still have these. Are they still in the book? The FMG Cashmere. Some people like these little stick thingies. So I would say that these are pretty similar. So it just depends on the method of application. If they want the little stick or if they want to use their finger. You can also use, if you had a brush for this. Now, because this is a cream product, if your customers want to apply this with a brush, I would recommend that they designate one of the brushes specifically for cream. You don't want to use the same brush for your cream and your powder, because then you're going to get powder in your cream, and that's going to mess it up. And your powder isn't going to blend as well if you got cream mixed with it. So you need separate brushes for these, okay? Alrighty, so I was going to put on the Georgia Peach. That's the one I'm going to put on. Now, I do this thing. I put it on super duper duper heavy, and then I have the sponge. So I'm going to have to go off camera just for a quick sec and get it wet, and then I use it to blend. Okay, so our blush brushes have two different angles. So this one you can see is kind of slanted. So this is the one that I would use for the contouring. And then you have, this one is big and fluffy. And then this one is more dense. Now this one, I could use it for eyeshadow, but I use this one for contouring. So let's say I want to use, no, spicy. We're going to go with shady. So I can take this brush. It's a little big for eyeshadow, but it's okay for contouring. And I can just do right down my nose for some extra contouring. I'm not really big on contouring. Not because I'm against it. It's just, I just don't think of it. So anyway, this is where I leave things on and then blend later. Now here's another little trick I've been doing. You can share this with your customers. I have a lip brush around here somewhere. Okay, no, that's not it. There it is. All right, sorry, this isn't a Avon brush, sorry, but they didn't have one this small. But I have very small lips, and you can take the contour and put it under your lips. So I don't like to put the lip liner on the outside of my lips. For me, that looks very artificial. Some women can pull it off. I cannot. But what I can do is this contour. So I put it under here. I put it under my natural lip line. And above my natural lip line. Just because I want to make my lips a little bit bigger. All right. So, let's see. All right. So, let me, do I have any more room on this tissue? I do. Okay. So, let's make sure that my blush isn't going to get contaminated with another color. Because if I'm going for the orange, but I used the brown earlier, oh yeah, look at all the product coming off. All right, so like I said, I'm going to scare you. I'm going to put on a lot, okay? All right. So piling on the product, and then okay. So anyway, I'm just going. So I just put it on. Look at that. Look at the color. There's so much color. And I'm just going back and forth. Now there's all kinds of different techniques on how to put on blush, and about you do this and that, and where do you guys know that trick that you take your brushes and you go from the side of your nose to the bottom of your ear, and that's how far your blush should go. Anyways, now I got makeup on me. All right, so So it's not going to stay like this, I promise. All right, so while that's sitting there for a moment, I'm going to do my concealer. Now, the concealer, I've got 3 different colors because depending on what season we're in, like during the winter, I'll need a lighter one. But I'm going to use the lightest one right now, just because. But sometimes you do need different color concealers throughout the year. So I'm always guilty about putting too much concealer on. And that's probably too much, the 2 dots. But I put a little dot up here, and a little dot up here, and a dot over here, and a dot over here, and then a line over there, and a line over there. Do I look like a clown? I think I do. All right. So, nope. Okay. So I was looking to see if I had a old Avon foundation brush, you know, a brush I designated for foundation, but I don't currently. So, all right. So then I'm just going to lightly dab it in, and I want to make sure that my eyeshadow and blush have a big enough gap. I don't want them touching. They should not connect. And then, I don't know, I saw this trick that you put a little bit of highlighter above your brows, and I don't know why, but it works. And then Janine Whittaver said to do this, and so I do. And then this one, I want to make sure that I don't have blush down too far, so I use my concealer to do that. All right. So now that everything is, and then I have a smaller foundation brush. Now a foundation brush is different than your makeup brushes because they shouldn't be natural hair. They should be the synthetic hairs, because concealer and foundation are always wet, and it would absorb into the natural pores of the natural hair bristles, and then bacteria would build up. I look like Raggedy Ann. Anyways, it's not going to stay that way, I promise. All right. So then I just go in with a smaller brush. I don't, you know, I put my foundation on with my hands, but I would never do that with my concealer, because I want to tap the product in and not slide it around. Okay, so let me go with this sponge. I believe this is still in the brochure. It would be on the same page as the makeup brush washer and the setting spray. Okay. So I'll be right back. I gotta go wet it. So let's do a size comparison. Okay, so let's see. It's this big. All right. Let's see. All right. There. All right. So now I'm going to go wet it. All right. So look how it's grown. So what I'd like to do is, so I just ran it under the water and got it all wet. But then I like to take a tissue and squeeze out the excess, because I don't want to wash my makeup off. And what I love about this sponge is that it's round and it's cushy, right? It has a flat edge here, and it has a larger flat edge here, which is great for all the different angles of your face. And I love the sharp point, because you're going to see how I'm going to use it. So you see the Scary Blush? So now I'm going to take this largest flat part, and I'm just going to dab, dab, dab until I have the intensity I want. And I'm softening the edges so that it doesn't look like war paint. Maybe in my excitement, maybe I put too much on. So now I'm going to turn over to the butt of the sponge. Oh yeah, and pick up some more of the product, because I might have overdone it. All right. And then I like to take the flat part, and this is really important. The reason why you want to have it wet, because it really, I saw this on Pinterest, It really helps with the concealer. It doesn't remove the concealer, but it helps to put it in better and to settle less in the creases. And so then I just go all over and make sure that everything's hunky-dory. All right, and then that contour I put on. Now, I do like my blush a little obvious. Some people don't. I do. I'm an 80s kid. What can I say? Okay. Okay, now we just got 2 new products in, and I just love these. We had Tipsy, and this was the last bottle, and it ran out. And I'm like, meh, because this was the highlighter that I love to use. And so, just like in true fashion, I'm using my last bottle, and Avon came out with new products. So it's like, yay! So these cute little gems here, these are so cute. These are your highlighters. So this is your warm highlighter. That's the one I like, the gold one. And you got your pink highlighter. So I'm going to use the gold one. All right, so just using my, oh wait, let me wipe off my fingertip. Make sure I don't have makeup on it. All right. So just put a little bit there. And I like to highlight my cheekbone. So see, I didn't use contour. When I was in the 80s, you always had 2 different blushes. You know, I remember my favorite compact was a CoverGirl, and it had 3. It had your contour, your regular, and your highlight all in one. So, and then I like to put a little highlighter on my nose. You know, because that one's just a little too dark there. And then a little highlighter on my forehead. Now, I was always against highlighters because it's like, why do I want to be all shimmery? Because back in the 80s, it was bad to be glowing. It meant you had oily skin. But I noticed in pictures, you know, because I'm creating social media content, you know, I'm seeing myself in pictures more than I ever have before. Having highlighter adds dimension to your face. So not having a highlighter just made my face look one-dimensional. So there. All right, and then I didn't do my lips yet. So let's see. All right, so I'm using a Glimmer Stick lip liner, and we also have the one that you can sharpen now. My daughter has the most gorgeous lips. She's so lucky. She got them from their dad, not from me. All right. Oh, and there's this other, that doesn't go in there. So let me see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I have 1,000 lipsticks. Well, let's try this for fun. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my. No. That didn't work. That was very bright. All right, so let's see. Let's do this one. You know, lipstick is the easiest one, easiest makeup sale to make. My mom was born in 1924, and she went through the Great Depression. And she said there was 2 things that women would never go without: pantyhose and lipstick. And I had taught a class a while back, they have studies to prove that like lipstick is the first makeup sale that opens the door to all the rest. So, oh, you know what I should have put on is our new Gold Glimmer. Well, it's a little late now, but it has this cute little cushion tip. It's like a little spongy tip. Is it coming out? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Smells like coconut. Oh, that's nice. And it's not sticky. So this would be a nice product to sell to your customers. Let me wipe it off so it's not contaminated. Because they could wear it by itself if they just want a gloss. But as you can see, it goes on nice over lipstick. All right. So now that all that's done, the last thing is the Set and Fix spray. So this sets the whole look, and it keeps all my makeup in place. So if I'm at my desk and I'm like, doing that I'm not supposed to be doing, it doesn't mess up my makeup. And again, if you're in a hot, humid place, the setting makeup is a win-win for your customers, okay? Alrighty. And let me put my new earrings on to go with my new necklace, to go with my new dress. So I can go downstairs and sit in front of my computer and work all day by myself with just me and my dog, my cat, and parakeets. All right. And then you take the hair down. And voila, there you go. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned some things about all the different makeup we have. And even if you're not a makeup wearer, you can still brag about the products because they're great products. They have ingredients that are good for your skin, and there's no animal testing. So, and it's all 60% off. So get to sharing. Go to Avon.com. Go to digital brochure. Digital brochure. Scroll down underneath the digital brochure is your digital brochure link. Copy and paste into text messages, emails, and social media, and say, hey, everybody, all the makeup's on sale, and you can try it on from the comfort of your own home with a digital try it on tool. Just tap on the camera and see what colors look best on you. Call me if you have any questions, okay? And if you have any questions, you can call, text, email me. I'd love to help you. All right? Thanks for joining me this morning, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.